Gas cars might not be gone for good, in fact. They could make a big comeback. GM's CEO has hinted if electric cars fail to win over drivers, gasoline engines could roar back into production. This is a stunning twist for a company that once pushed hard toward an all-electric future. But what could one of the world's biggest automakers backtrack on its bold EV plans? Is the electric dream slipping away faster than expected? Rising EV costs, slow charging times, and drivers' frustration might be fueling a quiet shift inside the company. If true, it could change the entire future of the car industry overnight. It's not just another corporate announcement. It's a move that could shake the entire auto industry, fuel market, and even the future of how the world drives. Today, General Motors made a stunning declaration. Over the next 2 years, the company will pour $4 billion into US manufacturing plants, not just for electric vehicles, but for gasoline-powered machines as well. Yes, you heard that right, gas. The very fuel the industry was supposedly leaving behind. And this comes at a time when automakers across the globe have been pushing electric cars hard, claiming the future is all about zero emissions. But GM's sudden decision feels like they've just thrown a curveball straight into that narrative. It's almost like they're saying, we're not betting everything on EVs just yet. And here's the kicker. GM isn't talking about building a few gas models for nostalgia. They're preparing to ramp up US production to over 2 million vehicles a year, combining both electric and gas-powered. For years, big auto brands have been trying to convince customers that the gasoline era is ending. Governments have been handing out EV subsidies, environmental groups have been cheering, and companies like GM have been announcing all-electric futures. Then suddenly, boom, Mary Barra, GM CEO, walks up and basically says, yeah, we're keeping our gas engines warm just in case. It's not just a small pivot. This is a direct acknowledgement that EV adoption might not go as planned. It's an insurance policy, and it's one that could set off a chain reaction across the industry. If GM is making backup plans for gas, how many other automakers are secretly doing the same thing? GM isn't just talking, they're already setting the stage. Let's break down their huge plant investments. Orion Township will start building gas-powered full SUVs and light-duty pickup trucks in early 2027. These aren't small sedans, these are the big, profit-making giants of GM's lineup. At the same time, the Detroit Hamtramck Factory Zero will stick to electric-only builds like the Chevrolet Silverado EV, GMC Sierra EV, Cadillac Escalade IQ, and the monstrous GMC Hummer EV. The message? Gas and electric will stand side by side, and GM is ready to go big on whichever side wins. Fairfax will start rolling out the gas-powered Chevrolet Equinox in mid-2027. This is huge because the Equinox has been a sales powerhouse with demand up more than 30% year over year in early 2025. And here's the latest twist. The same plan will also start building the 2027 Chevrolet Bolt EV by the end of this year. One plant, two powertrains. GM is keeping both cards in play. Starting in 2027, Spring Hill will pump out the gas-powered Chevrolet Blazer alongside electric heavyweights like the Cadillac Lyriq, Vistic, and the Cadillac XT5. By the time this all kicks in, GM's tractors will be like two-sided coins. Flip to side one, you get gas. Flip to the other side, you get electric. Mary Barra didn't mince words. This is about American innovation, American manufacturing, and American jobs. GM's network stretches across 50 US manufacturing plants and parts facilities in 19 states. Nearly 1 million people depend on GM, from factory workers to suppliers to dealers. That means this move isn't just about transportation, it's about protecting livelihoods. If EV sales slow down, factories can't sit idle. Gasoline production keeps the assembly lines moving and communities alive. Mark Roos, GM's president, spelled it out. This is about hardworking Americans making vehicles they're proud to build and customers are proud to own. On paper, EV sales have been climbing. In the second half of 2024, GM became the #2 EV seller in the US, with 13 electric models in the market from Chevrolet, Cadillac, and GMC. The Chevrolet brand itself became the fastest growing EV brand in the country. But here's the truth insiders don't always say out loud. Not every customer is ready to ditch gas. Many still worry about charging times, range limits, and whether the electric grid can even handle millions of EVs. Add in the rising costs of EV materials like lithium and cobalt, plus charging station shortages in rural areas, and suddenly, GM's cautious approach doesn't seem so crazy. This $4 billion investment is part of GM's bigger spending plan, $10 to $12 billion a year through 2027. That's a war chest big enough to pivot quickly based on market demand. If EV sales skyrocket, they'll have the plants ready. If they stall, the gas-powered models will keep the revenue flowing. It's a strategy built on one truth. In business, the winner isn't the one who predicts the future. It's the one who's ready for any future. This decision won't just ripple through the auto world, it will send shockwaves into politics and energy markets. Environmental groups may see this as a betrayal of the all-electric pledge, and strong pushback is almost certain. On the other hand, oil companies might quietly celebrate, knowing that a continued demand for gasoline means their market will not disappear overnight. Lawmakers in car-building states will likely support GM's move, as it ensures factories remain active and local economies stay strong. The real twist is that if GM keeps producing gas vehicles alongside EVs, other automakers may feel encouraged to follow the same path. That could make the so-called EV deadline set by many countries much less certain. Make no mistake, this is a gamble. GM's message is simple. We'll give customers both. Let the market decide. It's a bold move and it carries real risk. If EV adoption surges and gas sales collapse, GM will be criticized for putting money into technology that some see as outdated. But if EV sales slow down, the company will stand out as the one automaker who saw it coming and prepared for it. This balance between caution and ambition could shape GM's position in the global market for years to come. Behind closed doors, GM's leadership has been closely studying global trends, and they have seen some clear warning signs. In China, the world's largest EV market, growth has already slowed as government subsidies fade away. In Europe, strict EV regulations are facing growing backlash from both consumers and politicians. In the United States, drivers are still buying large trucks and SUVs in massive numbers, and the majority of those are powered by gasoline. Mary Barra understands this, and in the end, it's the customer who makes the final choice. And right now, not every customer is ready to leave gas-powered vehicles behind. This decision leaves the industry and the public with some major questions. Will other automakers now step away from their ambitious all-electric timelines? Will oil demand remain strong well into the 2030s? Will governments continue to offer incentives for EV purchases if gasoline vehicles remain a major part of the market? One thing is certain, the belief in a quick, complete electric takeover has just been hit with a serious reality check. One plant, two powertrains. GM is keeping both cards in play. Starting in 2027, Spring Hill will pump out the gas-powered Chevrolet Blazer alongside electric heavyweights like the Cadillac Lyriq, Vistic, and the Cadillac XT5. By the time this all kicks in, GM's factories will be like two-sided coins. Flip to side one, you get gas. Flip to the other side, you get electric. Mary Barra didn't mince words. This is about American innovation, American manufacturing, and American jobs. GM's network stretches across 50 US manufacturing plants and parts facilities in 19 states. Nearly 1 million people depend on GM, from factory workers to suppliers to dealers. That means this move isn't just about transportation, it's about protecting livelihoods. If EV sales slow down, factories can't sit idle. Gasoline production keeps the assembly lines moving and communities alive. Mark Roos, GM's president, spelled it out. This is about hardworking Americans making vehicles they're proud to build and customers are proud to own. On paper, EV sales have been climbing. GM's bombshell isn't just about cars, it's about control over the company's future, control over manufacturing flexibility, and control over which direction the market moves. This is more than a business decision, it's a signal. The gasoline engine, long declared dead, just got an unexpected lifeline, and Mary Barra has made it clear. As long as there's demand, GM will build it whether it hums quietly with a battery or growls with a V8. That's a wrap. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so the next big shocker finds you first. Catch you next time.